Hi everyone, so welcome to Investing for Value. So today I want to talk about oil because oil is making a strong comeback, especially with the economy starting to open up again. You have demand increasing, and now you actually have OPEC and their allies extending cuts to the end of July, which means supply is just going to continue to pull back. So if supply is decreasing and demand is increasing, you only have to do basic economics to know it's going to be very, very good for the oil price and hence the listed companies that do oil production. And companies that I pointed out in this situation would be like Schlumberger, which has been doing pretty good if you brought it to lows. The lows got as low as around the $13 mark. And then you've got Occidental, which came down as low as $10 and now it's at $20. So if you're an early buyer, you would have done really well. And you look at this recent stock price increase of 33%. There's a lot of strong sentiment. I don't think the game is finished. I think it's just started and it should continue all the way until July. So just some interesting snippets to take out of this article here. So as already mentioned, OPEC, Russia and allies have agreed to extend oil production cuts until the end of July, and that's a great sign. And as you can see here, Saudi Arabia, OPEC de facto leader, and Russia have to perform a balancing act of pushing up oil prices to meet budget needs. So with countries that rely so heavily on oil, they can't actually keep prices low because it means their state budgets won't balance. They can do it for a short term, but if they keep it in the long term, the actual nation just suffers. So originally Saudi Arabia and Russia were leading the increases, but now that they're hurting quite badly, they're actually pulling back, and we could see this as a very strong sign for oil, particularly when those two are the very strong players when it comes to oil exports. And I also just found this other piece which was pretty interesting. As global lockdown eases, oil demand is expected to exceed supply sometime in July. That's why I've got the positivity as we're just in June right now. I think the momentum is going to be building into July, and if we've got assurance from OPEC that cuts will be until the end of July, I think it bodes very well with the oil price right here, which has been doing very well. If you remember how oil futures went into negatives, and then now you've got these, like the options are going around $39. So $39 is significantly up from less than $20 not too long ago. So I think that just bodes really well to oil companies, and it gives them a chance to lock in this pricing right now, and it actually gives them a lot of room to just balance their budgets, and they don't have to make a significant loss. So I imagine a lot of companies will be locking in these prices right here, and as supply continues to decrease and demand increases, you should see oil price start to come back up. It might even test the $50 zone, though, we'll just have to see how things go. But I think out of some companies that are available, Schlumberger and Occidental definitely stood out as companies that might be of interest. I don't think it's a long-term play by any chance. I think we can only play with the certainty that we know, and the certainty that we know is economies that are opening up, meaning demand is increasing and supply is decreasing. So I think in June these companies should continue to perform very well in terms of its stock price because of sentiment increasing. Definitely very interested to hear what your thoughts are. Let me know what you think. Or if you have any questions about these companies or any other companies, I certainly would be open to answering those. Until then, good luck investing, everyone.